like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey guys, this is EmeraldAvengerG. In today's video I wanted to discuss in just a short little video this week's hero bans. I might not do this every week. I might do this every Thursday or Friday. Actually, probably the best day would be to do it Thursday. But there's just so much news, so much videos that I had to do dealing with Echo that I never actually got around to doing it when I actually planned to. So we're going to do it here. So this week's hero bans are for Tank, Roadhog, and Sigma. For DPS, it's Doomfist. And for support, it is Brigitte. Right off the bat, you can see that these are a bunch of stun heroes. Some of the more prominent and more impressive stun heroes in the game. Although, I don't think that they were all too popular, and according to what people had said before, the bans were based off of hero popularity. The more popular heroes per week would be banned. But I rarely actually saw Doomfist and Brig played. I definitely saw a lot of Baptiste. I saw a lot of Baptiste Lucy or Baptiste Mercy. I never saw Brig. To be fair, I didn't play a lot this week because they banned out my favorite tank, but that's aside the point. I did not see a lot of Doomfist either. I saw a lot more sustained characters because there wasn't any good, support. So I saw a lot of soldiers, a lot of Reapers, a lot of soldiers, a lot of Mays, a lot of McCrees, surprisingly, but I didn't actually see a lot of Doomfists. And in the tank category, I saw a lot more Orisa Sigma or Orisa Roadhog, so I mean that explains that, is you saw a lot of that. But also did see a lot of dive. I saw a lot of the comp was Mercy, Lucio, Tracer, Genji, Winston, Diva, like the old classic dive. I saw a lot of that. I'm surprised none of the dive characters were banned this week. But so let's go over with the bans. So like I said, with the tank it's Sigma Roadhog. Sigma Roadhog itself doesn't really make up a comp, but it does prevent the classical Orisa combos from existing. You'll have to do some alternatives. On the highest level of the game, you might see the Orisa Ryan Bunker, with Baptiste not being banned. I don't think he's been banned. Actually, he was banned the first week, I believe. But with him not being banned, you might see the Orisa Ryan Bunker at the top level. But here at our level, you might see like Ryan Zarya or Winston Diva. You might see the classic Ryan Zarya comp or the classic dive comp this week again. What Sigma and Roadhog being banned out does is it removes out traditional bunker for both the Hog and Sigma version. With the DPS, this doesn't really do much. It prevents a version of dive from being played, and it prevents a version of a death ball from being played, especially with both Roadhog and Sigma being gone. But outside of that, I don't think this is going to affect me. This is definitely to the benefit of me and my esports team, because several of them hate playing against both Doomfist and Brig. They also hate playing against Mei, but unfortunately we can't have that every week in a row, unfortunately. But there's not much of a change that I see occurring in what I see. Especially at my level, you don't see a lot of Doomfist anyway. Doomfist isn't a really good character at our level because people aren't mechanically skilled enough at him. You will see him occasionally, and usually they dominate. But since he's gone, I won't have to deal with that. Now we get to Brig. I rarely ever see Brig. I only ever really see her if the comp is like on a Brig the Brawl with the team while Ana stays back and heals. But with Ana banned, I didn't see Brig played at all, like I said. I haven't seen Brig played a lot in general since she was reworked and 222 is added, because she just doesn't have the healing output of other healers. I did, strangely, not me, but one of my friends sent me a recording, or a replay. He sent me a recording of a replay where they were running Baptiste Brig, and it was actually being pretty successful until like they just started getting rolled in their bunker that they had created to stop working. So that's take whatever you can out of that. Overall this week, I don't think there is going to be much change from last week besides the fact that we might see Ryan Zarya back. We'll definitely have a lot higher healing. We'll definitely be able to play a lot more prolonged fights since the main healers are back. You won't have people dying and the fight's over immediately. You will have more drawn out fights, which is why I believe Ryan Zarya Deathball or a Winston D.Va or Winston Hammond Dive. You might see prolonged fights in that. Outside of that, I'm not sure what else will be played. I'm not too caught up with how meta and comps work because I play my handful of characters and don't pay attention to anything else outside of that. This week was my worst week on tank. I deranked 100 SR after playing like 20 games. In total, I deranked a total of 100 SR. I'm 100 lower. So I net of a negative 100, which is kind of unfortunate. I did rank up a little bit on DPS. I think 150 SR ranked up on DPS, and then I ranked down 50 SR on support. So I had a pretty bad week, since my best tanks and supports were banned out. All aside, what do you guys think this week's comps are going to look like? I hope it's a better week for me when it comes to playing on tank, because I like to get to platinum. All aside, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Follow me on my socials. Keep it up the channel. Go to my Discord, join the conversation. Go on Patreon if you feel like supporting me. This is EmeraldAvengerG. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.